run out head first. Literally.
And you probably don't want to encounter the bodyguards of a Las Vegas bodyguard.
Security comes over before any bodyguards really do anything. They have your ass
security guard.
That's 24/7.
Anyway, here we learn that there's going to be ice blocks up ahead, and we can use the fire watermelon to melt them, which will allow us to get some items enclosed in the ice and open up some passageways.
It's just like World 6 of Super Mario Bros. 3. I always loved melting all the ice blocks with Fire Mario, getting all the coins inside. And every once in a while, you'd accidentally release one of the munchers, and then you'd land on it, and you'd lose your fire, and then you couldn't melt things anymore. It was really annoying.
It was. You have a little bit more control over which blocks you actually melt, thanks to the way the fire watermelon works, as opposed to a fire flower. You know, with a fire flower, you have to press the button and shoot a fireball to start running. So you can inadvertently thaw something you didn't want to thaw because you wanted to run. Or you could choose, well, I need to walk through this because if I shoot a single fireball, I'm screwed. I'm thinking of a level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii where that is exactly the case because literally the ground is nothing but munchers and ice blocks.
I think I blanked out New Super Mario Bros. Wii from my memory, so I don't remember.
It was one of the extra levels in the Star World where it's like all ice, and the bottom is ice piranhas, and if you shoot a single fireball, you're going to release one of them. Probably a lot of them, actually, because the fireball bounces.
I'm not a very big fan of ice blocks. Anybody that's played any Kirby game knows this, because ice blocks really, really suck in Kirby Dream Land 1 and 2.
Isn't the ice power-ups pretty good, though?
In Kirby's Dream Land 2, yes, the ice power-up is good. But in the ice world, you got to do all those damn blocks, and then you're stuck in that blizzard, and then you need the owl to run through the blizzard, and then they gives you the stupid fish, and it's like, I don't want the fish. Why do I want the fish? What's the fish gonna do? He just turns into an ice cube.
There we go. Moving along to the next section here. There we go. Let's fill up on eggs, like so.
Compounding a tree gives you eggs. Good to know.
Yeah, it does. I just want to collect a couple of the collectibles here, get that flower, and then hit the midway point to move on ahead. You can see that there's a superstar to turn us into Baby Mario. I preferably don't want to, well, whatever. It'll reappear if I let it run out. But I have to let it run out first.
It's good to see that your watermelon stays around.
It does. Alright, midway point, and for the first time in this Let's Play, 3 deaths.
What? Really?
Did you like my death counter screen I'm going to be using this Let's Play?
That was very interesting.
I spent like an hour in Abby Synth making that. It's awesome.
Will we get to see these deaths later on?
Yes. Well, unless I somehow don't die for the rest of the Let's Play, but I doubt that's going to happen. Anyway, we're just going to grab the one coin in the end, because it's the only one that's a red coin. I happen to know that by this point. There's things you naturally know when you die 3 times in between. And to answer your other question, there will be a death reel at the end of the level, showing the deaths I had in this level.
Ooh.
Since the feature Kiritora has asked for so much, sadly she is out today, so...
Oh.
Of course, the episode where the death reel and the death counter gets introduced. Oh, wow.
I liked how that Yoshi transformation was kind of like a little slower, and it showed him like in agony and pain, getting crushed and being like contorted and twisted into a freaking helicopter. That was fun.
That is funny.
Now, interesting thing to note there, once you return back from a transformation bubble, you'll notice that Yoshi is ducking while he's falling. But you're actually still able to use your tongue, which means if you use your tongue, you return back to a normal state where you can flutter. This is something I was actually told by Yoshi, something I never knew before. And that could be theoretically useful in exactly 1 level, but it's definitely a very, very, very useful thing to know. Otherwise, it's something that, frankly, I'm thinking of all the occasions where these things appear, and probably not useful. Nice to know, but not useful.
There you go. That's cool.
I will point out that occasion.
We're doing math? I hate math. I don't like doing
Goodbye.
equations.
Am I the only one who likes math in this group?
Yes, sure.
Alright, if you ever have a math problem, give it to me, and I'll be happy to do it.
Oh,
Are you
But
happy
in return,
doing
you
math?
have to do something for me.
Math does not make me happy. Math makes me angry and turn into the Hulk.
Your skin turns green and you grow big muscles in math class because it makes you angry.
Yes.
oh, that's funny.
Your math teachers probably didn't like you very much, did
No,
they?
they didn't. I broke all their desks. I had to pay for them.
Something you might be noticing is that I've been checking all the trees by basically jumping into all of them. The reason for that is I don't think some of these early levels do it, but definitely some of the later levels do. They hide red coins in the trees.
That's pretty evil.
It is evil, so that's why you're seeing me stop at every tree and jump through all the branches. And just imagine Yoshi climbing through a pine tree.
All more to prove my point that getting the red coins is.
I think that might have ended bad for me, but it didn't. Because I think when you run into a bumpy, it slightly pushes you upward when you're on the ground. So I might have died there.
Did you just swallow
Could have
a
also-
bumpty?
I did not.
What are you holding in your mouth?
A bumpty. You can hold the bumpties in your mouth, you just can't swallow them.
Oh.
There you go. But you can use them to kill each other. So we are exactly where we want to be. 14 red coins, 3 flowers. But this should look familiar to you, Evil Pop Tart, and you'll know exactly what's coming up, Bigsby.
Does this look familiar? Yes, this is more deaths.
Mm-hmm.
This is a minigame.
Well, it is a minigame, Norm, but it's not a minigame. It's skiing!
Oh,
It's skiing!
Oh god, freaking damn it! I knew this was gonna be back. Yoshi has skis. He grows skis somehow out of his legs. It's a dinosaur on skis. You know what? I'm gonna find a picture of like a T-Rex or a cartoon, and I'm gonna put skis on it just for the hell of it. I want to see a dinosaur in skis. Somebody find me a dinosaur in skis. I don't care what it is, but I want to see a dinosaur in skis.
People should post in the comments a link to like a DeviantArt image, or heck, a image from anywhere of a dinosaur or a Yoshi on skis. I do know that there is fan art of Yoshi on skis.
Not so much
So.
Yoshi. I'll do a couple Yoshis, but they can't be the same. Oh look, he even rolls in a snowball.
There we go. So this was the successful run. Thankfully, all the items are in the first screen. So if you mess up, it's pretty easy to, well, kill yourself and try again. And the rest of the areas, you just have to worry about not dying.
It's like
First
the
area
minecart
is-
levels from Donkey Kong Country. Seem to be bringing
Hey,
up Donkey Kong Country a lot.
I like the minecart levels. Go! The minecart levels
As you were
weren't too
saying?
bad. They were challenging and fun, except the one that where you gotta keep getting the damn lanterns. I don't know what Donkey Kong that was in. But you go through the minecart ride and you gotta keep turning on the lanterns. Otherwise, if you don't figure, oh, I know where to go through here, and then the screen gets completely pitch black and then you fall right through the bottom. Crap.
I'm trying to remember that. I know that there's the minecart levels in the first game. I don't think there's ever a minecart level like that. The second game had the roller coasters, one of which you had to keep hitting the plus barrels to add time or else you'd be attacked. And then the third game, there was kind of the inside of the pipe. You kind of rode this thing. Although I don't really remember when we had to turn the lights on.
I think it was in the original one. There is, or one of them. I couldn't say for sure. Somebody will have to correct me or look it up. You had to turn lights on the lantern in one of those levels. It was annoying. Was it a fish level? I might be thinking of the undersea level.
Yeah, there was one. There was a level underwater where I had that, but I don't think it wasn't.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I haven't played that game in so long. I should really bust all 3 of those games out and do like a Donkey Kong marathon.
Yeah, they are 3 of my favorite games, especially.
Oh,
2
there's a
and 3.
death. Snowball. See, that's what you get, Yoshi, for fucking skiing. But
You couldn't just slowly go down the hill, right?
yes, but yes. In any case, I should really bust out the Donkey Kongs again.
If you're good at them, I know as a fact, if you're not like going for 100% or anything, you can get through all of those games probably, except for 3, under an hour.
I would go for 100%. It's no fun. I mean, that's what I always did when I played it. It was like, crap, I'm missing a freaking K somewhere. Where the hell is that K? And then I had to replay the level, and then I'd take it a little slower. But
Yeah, but you can see here is a chain chomp, and there's nothing we can do about this chain chomp. What the heck?
Really? So it's completely pointless?
No.
Use
We
an
use
item.
a POW block, defeats him, and a door appears. Ooh, this is a really hidden secret.
Yeah.
It's just a message note block, but this is top secret, so listen up. On the level selection screen, hold select and press LLBAR, which is convenient to remember because that's Llbar.
Llbars.
Okay.
Llbar. And we'll show off what that does once we get out of this level, actually.
I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm. That's not required for 100% completion in this level, but...
The hell is that?
They kind of remind me of the bubblegum enemies in Yoshi's Island DS, actually.
He looked worried.
The only thing...
He's all angry and then he looks worried. What the hell?
Except they aren't like bubblegum in this game. They're like slime or saliva.
Ooze. Let's call it the ooze.
It's funny, this level itself is called Sluggy the Unshaven Sport, so it could just be like slug slime. Whatever you would call slug slime.
What did they call it in Ghostbusters? Was it Ghostbusters 2? Ghostbusters 2 with the River of Slime. Called it something. Man, I'm just on a nostalgia fit today. What's going on?
I'm not entirely certain. But over here, we have more of this stupid jello substance and a nice little secret over here. Although you kind of have to get a good jump off that jello to make it over here. I'm not going to risk it by jumping over to the left platform. I'm just going to shoot eggs till I get everything.
Yeah, wow, that is... I can see this going bad.
Wouldn't have done any of that.
Mhm.
I would have been like, nope, no jumping on squishy sponge cake for peanut butter.
But used all my eggs, so let's get a fresh supply of eggs here. There we go.
The jello stuff, jumping off of it reminds me almost of how annoying it is to jump off of a note block in Super Mario Bros. 3. You have to press A at the exact perfect time, or else it won't launch you off of it properly. Unlike in Super Mario World, where you can just hold the jump button, which was much more convenient.
It is. Man, this castle's full of, like, sluggy creatures.
Yeah. Whatever the heck they're supposed to.
What the hell did he go? I can't see him! He did something!
The enemies were green. This would be like Slime Ball Castle.
Oh, there he is! Rah! He sits there. Sits there.
I'm trying to get all the coins.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Because some of those coins are red coins. And it's like, I need to get them all. I must get them all. Am I the only one who has OCD to collect all the items in this game?
In this game, as much as I love getting 100% in games, I mean, that's like, I'm definitely not one of those people who picks up a game, beats the main campaign, and then moves on to the next thing. I love getting 100%. Although Yoshi's Island, I have to admit, is one game that I actually just did not get 100% in. Probably because of all of the idiot Shy Guys and things like that. I'm just like, this is stupid, I'm done with this.
All the BS.
Alright.
All the BS. Just like...
So, I wanted to show off something special here. That is a bottomless pit.
Oh.
Nothing really major to show off, but... Okay, we need to load the right state. There we
Cake
go.
or death.
I just find it interesting that that's a bottomless pit and not a floor, that's all.
Let's see, for my games, I don't know, I've 100%ed a couple games. Yeah, older games, but some of the newer games, not so much. Well, unless you're an achievement.
Yeah, it depends on your definition, because nowadays you have achievements, so is there a difference between the actual 100% in game or 100% achievements? I'm specifically thinking about how I recently played Jet Set Radio again, and I 100% in the game because the game's awesome, but there's a specific achievement in that game I just flat out haven't gotten because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's the one where you have to beat the game without getting caught on by a single thing in the game.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
The thing is, I think that achievement doesn't go through if you run into one of the rival gang members during those missions, and that's what's keeping me from ever getting the achievement, because I can beat almost all the levels in the game without ever getting hit. I mean, if I tried, I could probably beat them all without getting hit, but I just don't have the patience to do it, you know?
Some of my achievements are on my account like that are just really, really stupid. It's like, really? Why would I go and do that?
One of the craziest things I ever did, I mean, just... I'm not one of the kinds of people who, like, go to video game rental store and I'll just buy all the easiest games I can get achievements for from them. But when I really like a game, I usually will go for 100% just because I like the game that much. And Mega Man 10 is one of the games that I did that for, and one of the trophies is beat the game without taking any damage.
Oh God.
Which is pretty cool. Although, to be fair, you can save in between each level, and if you get hit, just kind of load from that save point. But still, all of the levels without taking any damage is kind of difficult, especially the boss rush at the end.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's definitely one thing to just do no-hit runs of each level, which is, well, you kind of described that's what you can do if you use saves, but,
yeah.
The entire game! The entire game!
Still,
Alright, here's a really interesting section in this level. You'll actually see that I make a save state here, and the reason is because this is actually a three-way fork, and it doesn't matter which path you take because the only items in the room are at the top here. So we're going to take each fork.
Uh-oh.
First fork having more of this sponge cake crap. I tried playing around with it. Somebody told me if I just hold the A button in the sponge crap that I stay in it, but that's not the case because that's exactly what I just did, and I fell after the second flutter. So just holding A doesn't work. So I don't know if it's just a matter of master to the timing or if there is a different, easy way to maneuver the sponge cake crap, but you can ground pound out of it after Yoshi is struggling out of it like that. Right? I guess I keep jumping into spike enemies because I'm smart.
I'm trying to think of all my the games that I've 100%ed so far. I mean, you might think they're easy, but I actually enjoy them. I don't enjoy the new ones yet. But I did Lego Indiana Jones. I got 100% on that, plus all the achievements. So those achievements are really stupid. You gotta grind the crap out of them. Like you gotta open 50 secret enemy doors, and it's like, it's so dumb. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego. And then I'm trying to. I have no interest for Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings. I just got done playing that for a little while ago, and I won't buy it. I just hate it. I actually love Lord of the Rings, but the whole set, they have so much tedious stuff to do in it now. It is really stupid.
This guy's pretty fun, isn't he?
He's a weird enemy.
He looks like a wad of bubblegum, and you can just kind of ride him.
Bounce him up and
the
down.
way you get off of him is you press down, but I don't want to press down while I'm over the spikes, obviously. There we go, press down. You can't eat him, you can't defeat him, but you can jump on him and ride him all you want. I saved the best path for last, because once you see this, you'll be like, oh, why won't you take this path? So you go to the left, just like with the bubblegum enemy, except here you go down. And that takes you right to the bottom. No need to mess around with Jello, no need to mess around with that enemy in the big spike pit, just straight to the next area.
Awesome. Yeah, back to the subject of the LEGO games. I have nothing against the LEGO games. I have no problem with them, although I actually haven't played too many of them, just because, I don't know, I guess they're just something I never really got into, although I did play co-op LEGO Star Wars with a friend once, and that was pretty fun.
They're actually not that easy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to do in them, and I got into it, but like I said, the newer ones, the DC Marvel Heroes is, or not DC Marvel Heroes, that's the new one coming out. What is it? The Batman 2 with Superman? Remember one that has Superman in it? That one was really fun. It was challenging, but it didn't have you do too much through it. But just the Lord of the Rings one, oh my god. Way too much crap to have you go through it, at least in my opinion. I don't want to sit there and grind it out. I just don't. They have you get 200 brick chests, they have you get 50 red chests, they have you get all these patterns, and then plus you have to go farm silver mithril bricks to create freaking armor sets and items. It's like, no. I'm not gonna go farm all that. It's ridiculous. I also don't like what they did with the character swapping. Like the original Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, and some of the DC and Batman stuff. In Lego Lord of the Rings, they've messed with it. You can't press Y and have it instantly switch. You have to actually go in the menu every time you want to switch a character now. Because if you don't, it'll just automatically switch to the player 2 position instead of just like switching the character. Kind of like what they did in Harry Potter.
Alright. throwing some eggs at some of these coins because that is a really dicey flutter to do, especially with the bats there, if you're not going to collect it by using eggs. So instead, I'm like, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to purposely run into the bats just so I can get almost all the eggs and then just clean up at the end. It's a really tough flutter to do, along with that actually previous one is kind of tough. But the last one, there's just a hole that leads you back to where earlier in the level. That one, if you mess up, it's death, because it's spikes. Spikes everywhere! So yeah, slug stuff, spikes everywhere. That's kind of the theme of this level. Oop! Secret down here!
Huh.
And yep, flower, and I want to say at least one of these is a red coin? No, it's just a flower. Here we go.
I like how you're squishing
You get to
that.
play with
yes, turn that into a pancake.
Yep. And guess what? We're gonna now turn it back into...
That's why I think it's sponge cake.
Yeah, it's a decent thought, and yeah, if we didn't go down there, this is just a lawn platform, or tunnel. To the next room! And this next room is, it's very easy to mess up.
What the hell? Oh, it's one of those things.
So yeah, this time, it's one of the big slug monsters are actually helping us, but it's, it moves on an entirely fixed pattern, which means you, want to keep moving quickly. You don't want this thing to get ahead of you, otherwise you're screwed.
I like how everything in Yoshi's Island Big has eyebrows. And nothing else does. Somebody notice that? It's like,
That's
why
fair.
overemphasize the eyebrows?
I actually have never noticed that the big things only have the eyebrows.
Yeah, nothing else really has eyebrows. Only like the big...
And he has big bushy eyebrows, too.
Yeah, it's like, damn, you need to be trimming them. Or waxing them, or shaving them, or something.
But yeah, you could probably already guess, if this guy gets ahead of you, you have no platform to continue on with the level, and you kind of need him.
I guess it's kind of like the skulls in Mario World 1. They get ahead of you, you're screwed!
Unless you had a fly,
It is
then it
the-
didn't matter, because then you could just fly over the whole level. Some parts. Until you ran into
Yeah.
like
Some
a pipe.
parts.
And then when you ran into a pipe, you're like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! And then you just slowly float down in the lava, and then you just accept your fate and melt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Suppose it is worth mentioning, since I forgot if someone told me or if I found this fact by myself, but when you do flutter, there's about a 2-frame window to do it, but you are actually able to ascend while fluttering. So where you have like a 2-frame window to, instead of slowly descend, to actually ascend upwards from the flutter. So that is like extremely tight timing, and I don't think it's actually humanly possible. But if you're like in tool-assisted speedrun world, you can theoretically go up forever, from what I understand. Duck! Of course, you also go up really slowly, so it's not really have as much of a speedrun practical purpose. So it's a very slow going up. You could theoretically, with extremely good fluttering precision, get through this without this guy.
That'd be crazy.
It would be absolutely crazy, though.
This is a very long castle.
It is actually a very long castle. I'm not certain if either of you noticed the time we started the level and the time the level ends. There's going to be a big disparity between the length of the last video and this video. But we do have everything right now, and I have 222 lives.
Very cool.
I would have 198 more if I didn't lose them all.
Ugh.
Damn gambling! Anyway, we are coming up to the boss door, Sluggy the Unshaven's Fort. So what do you think this boss is going to be like? Evil Pop-Tart?
He's gonna be a slug. He's gonna be unshaven. And, he's gonna have skis.
It's going to be a dinosaur with skis.
A slug with skis.
Obviously, it's going to be one of these guys.
The slug has no weak points. I like how he says that. Now look at the boss as he grows big. Tell me, do you think the boss has no weak points? Tell me.
Looks like he's got a fuzzy lumpkin heart. What's its name from Paper Mario? What was his name? Tubba. He's got a Tubba heart.
He does. And that is his weakness.
Is it playing the top
Now
level music? Dun, 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 dun. I actually have that theme.
No special music. No special music for this boss battle, but the idea is you have to defeat him before he pushes you off the edge at the bottom and you die.
I love boss battles like that. There's a few games that have done that. I know the first boss of Donkey Kong Country 3 is like that, and there's other ones out there too.
Stupid vulture. Screw that vulture. I hate that vulture.
Bert said you can't die at that boss battle unless he pushes you off the edge. His heart might hurt you, but I've never tried. He himself, though, he'll just push you back. So that's a pretty cool boss battle.
At least you're not in danger of losing any stars, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I guess it is a relatively easy boss battle for 5-4, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, the one death I had in this level was due to me... Whoops.
Derping.
Before we go, though, you remember that secret code, anyone?
Yeah.
Nope, didn't write it down.
Llbar. LLBAR.
You remember Higsby? If you hold select, press LLBAR, you're able to play any of the minigames whenever you want. You can do this way at the beginning of the game. And that's awesome because you have this game. Remember, this game that gets you the plus 10 star and the plus 20 stars, provided the bandit doesn't let... But basically, if you want plus 10 or plus 20 stars right at the beginning of the game, flat out, you could do this code, LLBAR, and go straight to this game and earn some. You can also earn whatever other items you want, so yeah.
So will it be random? Like one time you might get a 10 and one time you might get a 20?
That is correct.
Okay.
This time I got a 20. Before, there's usually, unless you kind of really derp like I did in the Rock Chomp level, not too great of a difference between plus 10 and plus 20, at least in my eyes.
So wow, if you know that code, there's pretty much no reason to ever look for another mini game again.
Yep. So what does that make it? Completely pointless.
One last final note: in the SNES version of this game, some of those minigames can be done two-player.
Oh.
So,
Early co-op at its finest.
Except it's kind of versus.
Yeah, versus co-op.
So, more snowy levels coming up on Let's Play Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. Hooray! This has been Milesluigi.
Yeah, this has been the Evil Pop-Tart.
And Higsby?
Yeah. Enjoy your day. See you all next time. I find it funny that we're recording this in May. It's snowing now in the game.
Hey, it's snowing in some places. It's crazy.
It's snowing somewhere.